Hi everyone, it's Monday at the Mystical Magical Mansion. I hope everyone had a great week. It's a rainy, cloudy day here where we're at. Kind of cool, but just a beautiful spring day. Lots of birds chirping out here. I hope you can hear some of them. And a lot of things to look forward to this week. We are full swing into kitchen remodel plans, which means I've spent lots of time looking at tile and flooring and got our light fixtures and got all kinds of things underway. But from what I understand, there's several delays, several weeks delays on materials just because of shipping and COVID and all the things going on. So that's sort of why we're trying to get it underway. So July and August, we will have no kitchen, which should be fun. After living through a kitchen reno a couple of years ago at our lake house, I know how challenging that will be, but it's great because in summer, at least you can have your grill and a few things outside. So that will be helpful. In the background of this picture, I wanted you guys to see, we have a really beautiful front porch. So we have this huge front porch with some seating out here. We have the good fortune of being able to spend lots of time out here and relax, and I look forward to having some porch parties and some gatherings where we can spend some time together on this front porch. I'm going to give you a little bit different view. Just going to whirl around here so you can see the whole front porch. And then it's open. So on the floor plans, it actually is referred to, the uncovered part is referred to as the veranda. So I have a veranda. And then that oh so special plaque, one that designates our house as a historic place, as a historic property, which I think is pretty amazing. So I wanted to show you the updated flowers in the urns along our front porch. We put those in this weekend. Take a look. We've got some really beautiful plants that will be cascading over the side. Coleus in the center that will give it lots of height over time. So these just went in this weekend. Here's the other one. So these are going to grow really tall and lush and full. It's another look at our big hedges, which are still in bloom. So when we went outside to take the silk flowers out of the urns and put the new real flowers that we're going to be growing over the summer, I reached in to grab the silk flowers, the very first part that I stuck my hand into, and I got stung by a wasp. I mean, like really stung, like he was stuck in my finger. I had to pull him out. Very aggressive little bugger, and my finger hurt the whole day. So traumatic wasp sting on, let's see, what day would you do that? Saturday, because it was nice on Saturday, but I survived and the plants were potted, thankfully. So here's how the peonies are looking this morning. They're a little heavy and wet, but we have white, we have pink, we have several colors. So we can kind of get, oh my gosh, they look really tragic this morning. I should have shot them a little bit yesterday. They're wet and tired and sort of taking a little flower nap this morning, but I mean, look how many are on there. And then the Siberian iris are all blooming. And these interesting flowers, I'm not sure exactly what these are, but they're really neat. I thought these were just a type of daylily, but they have these gorgeous little purple blossoms that show up during the day, and then in the evening they close and they go away. So if anybody knows what those are, please share that little bit of information with me. A couple more peonies back there that are ready to bloom. We've got a little visitor in the yard here. If you can see, there's a little bunny. There's a little bird feeder. And everybody sort of gathers under there and eats the seeds. Where's he going? He's heading off for safety. So check out these two beautiful vintage sconces. I was able to find them at the Habitat Restore here in Omaha. They have them laying down so you can't see the crystals very well, but they're in really great shape. The wiring's still okay. We'll probably need to rewire it, but I think they're so pretty. So this is what they look like with the crystals hanging down. I just think they're really pretty. So hopefully we'll find a place somewhere in the house for them. Most of the rooms that have wiring for sconces in our house have three or four different sconces in the room, and it's really challenging to find vintage ones in groups of 3 or 4. So we might just have to add these to a room that doesn't have sconces right now, just to make it a little bit more symmetrical. And I may hang them on the wall and actually not have them be functional just because they're so pretty. Because who doesn't need a few more crystals and a gold squigglies on things, right? So something else that I had ordered in the mail, and I'm sure that my data was sold and targeted marketing ads were sent my way, and they worked. So I'm going to show you what I ordered, so we'll see how this looks in real life. I'm going to open this box. I don't know why I always start talking like Oprah, but I do. My husband gives me grief every time he watches my videos about my open my box kind of things. But anywho, that's what you get when you see me. You just get a little bit of that. So, all right, let's open this up. Okay, so you know my whole blue willow dish journey that I ended up with 100 pieces of blue willow and hadn't planned on it. Well, this is a mug that is, oh my gosh, look at this. Oh my gosh, it's even better in person. So this is by Calamity Ware, and it's a replica, sort of their take on Blue Willow. So it's their version of it, but it's really hilarious. So there are zombies, pterodactyls, gorillas, there are snakes in the moat. Oh my gosh, this is hilarious. You guys have to see this up close. So it's sort of just a reminder that if you think things are bad, they can get much worse. And I thought it was so clever, and it's a nice size here, and there's a little card inside. So let's take a look at that. Now that I have my reading glasses on, I can see even better. This is amazing. There's a serpent, a pterodactyl. Oh my gosh, this is so clever. It's so funny. From a distance, you would just think it's another one of my fancy pants mugs, which 100% take ownership for the fact that I do not need one more piece of blue willow or blue and white dishes. Just thought this was so clever and so cute. And it's actually a nice size because a lot of my teacups are smaller. So let's take a little look at what this says. Things could be worse, mug. Everyone has bad days. You lose your keys, you lose your job, you lose your superpowers. Hopefully that never happens. This mug helps you cope with the hard times by reminding you that things could be much worse. You could also be pursued by giant robots, plagued by pterodactyls, pestered by zombie poodles, and worse. Cheer up. Is that just not so cute? Like, look at this thing. Oh my God, I just love this. Okay, so that's my one of my frivolous purchases for the week. I love it though. It's made by Calamity Ware, so I'm sure now that if you guys see this, you will probably definitely be getting ads from them on your feed. Sorry, not sorry, because they're really cute. And I think it's a small company. I got very personal emails from the people who are shipping them out, and they seemed very lovely. So support small business and buy some, it's not the end of the world dishware. And no, I have no connection with them or paid endorsements or anything. So this is just me sharing some things that I got with you. All right, so staying in that same vein of the blue and white willow, I just wanted to give you a little look at how I have things set up. I had several people send me messages saying, we see it when your table is all set, but how does it look regularly when you don't have something going on? So I'm gonna give you a little look. So this is my dining room just on a regular old Monday when I have no events coming up, but I do have my pretty blue willow set just sort of out here on this big buffet, which is a really beautiful piece. It's 18th century French piece that my husband got for me a couple years ago for my birthday, and I love it. I had seen one very similar to it in New Orleans at a French antique shop there, and fell madly in love with the one in New Orleans. And it was a little bit out of our price range, so my husband, God bless them, was able to find this piece. And here's a bunch of my blue willow, some flow blue that I've collected over the years. I'll just kind of come out of it so you can see how pretty that big buffet piece is. It's one of my favorite things. I absolutely adore it. So That's how that looks when we don't have a buffet set up and food going in there. Pan around the room. So we have big windows, no window treatments yet. And then I have my blue willow there perched up on the mantelpiece. And then this big shield and swords, which is the family crest for the Isherwoods. Here's a look at some of those blue willow pieces on the mantle. Some flowers. This is that one teapot that started it all, the one that caught my eye that took us down this major rabbit hole. And then here is the family crest. I'll do a little zoom here. More blue willow, of course. Flow blue. Some old turkey plate. Old platter that we actually do use. More flow blue. So we have this really beautiful bar buffet piece that's built into the wall. And as you can see, there's a little high chair parking lot. So pretty much every room has something for the grandbabies in it. But this is all, this gorgeous, gorgeous piece that I believe was all handmade. And these cupboards do open. There is storage and drawers, but gosh, it's so beautiful. And then that's the door to the butler's pantry. It's a really interesting way that these doors open. So you take a hold of the outside and this just swings. So just big shelves for storage. And the center drawers, I have these cupboards, I just have plates. So there's Thanksgiving plates, a little bit more china, and then that drawer I have more crystal, smaller pieces of crystal in there that I don't want to move around. And then the end cabinet piece moves as well, but it's just such a gorgeous, I think this is mahogany wood. I believe that's what we were told when we moved in, but it's just stunning. It's one of those things that you just have to sit back every day and think, oh my goodness, this is what my house looks like. I am so fortunate and so happy about it. So now you're up here in my closet in my bedroom, and I have to show you something that, again, my husband just shook his head when it showed up this week, but I just thought it was so fun. And again, probably targeted in an ad, but it lends to that whole blue willow theme, which I'm just looking here on my little table. I've got a little blue willow container. The blue willow theme just seems to be pervading my life. And this actually I ended up getting at an estate sale. So I had this before I had that, or maybe I got them at the same estate sale. Anyway, so it all kind of came in one big clump. But check this out. It's a blue willow dressing gown. Can you believe this? I can't believe it. Okay, look, I'll let you see. I'll zoom in on some of the prints, but check this out. Is this not the cutest thing? It's so cool. Look at, it's the whole blue willow print screened into a dressing gown. I love it. It's super light, so it's gonna be a good summer one. I have a big, heavy, thick terry cloth pink one that I wear all the time in the winter to stay warm, but you get hot in the summer. So I just think this is the cutest, coolest thing. It's made by a company called 1,000 Stars. And again, I'm sure I got an ad or something sent to me because of all my other blue willow stuff and the calamity wear and who knows why else. But anyway, this really good targeted marketing. I just love this thing. Isn't this so cute? Ta-da! Currently one of my favorite things to wear around the house at this moment. Here's just a look at the robe, sort of laid out on my bed, but check out how vivid and beautiful and amazing the print is on this. I'm telling you, I am just crazy about this robe. The birds, of course the tea house, the bridge with 3 people. It's got all of the elements required to be a real blue willow print, so just crazy about this. So if you want to buy a robe that matches your dishes or do something whimsical, the company that I bought this from is out of the UK. It's called Sue Pearson, Pearson, and I can put that in the comments below. And again, I have no affiliation with them, no paid advertiser or anything. I just love people that are doing the small business thing and I want to support them. The manufacturer of the robe the company's called 1,000 Stars, and this is their blue willow one, but they have several different styles that are really, really pretty. But if you need something new for yourself, which every woman and man and dude, whoever, we all need, we need nice things so that we can be unapologetically fancy, right? So get yourself something, maybe your own little birthday gift or your own little, it's because I need a light dressing gown moment. But yeah, I love this robe. It's so cute. I love like the trim on the sleeve. It's all just so perfect. Obsessed. So here's another fun find from this week that I got actually on Facebook Marketplace from a private seller. Is this antique perfume bottle. Is that amazing or what? Look at this thing. There's so much filigree, and the top opens. There's the little dabber thing to touch this to your wrist or to the back of your neck or wherever you put your perfume. But isn't that just beautiful? I think it just adds a certain little addition to this fun little stand I have, or little vanity here in my closet. Just goes perfectly. I just love it. And thank you all for sharing your week with me. Go out there and do something unapologetically fancy. Make yourself a cup of tea. Maybe use your favorite old mug or your favorite new mug and do something for yourself, because life should be unapologetically fancy, my friends. Okay, stay well, and I will see you next week. Bye.